You know what, guys? I'm feeling a little low energy today. I'm feeling a little exhausted. I didn't really want to get up out of bed and start streaming this morning, and it's like, it's just a bit of a hassle, you know? It's what a little would say. Welcome back to another session, another video, ladies and gents. What's going on? My name's Randy. If you're new around here, you're probably very confused. Just, you know what? You're gonna be very confused for the rest of your life. You're stuck here now. Well, I guess you can leave the video, but where's the fun in that, you know? Where's the fun in that? Today, I don't have a shortcut for Arcana on my desktop. And when I try to launch it from Power Toys, it doesn't launch. Well, slope constraints. That was the issue that we were working on last session. And I still just don't really have any answers because, you know, of course, last video isn't out yet and I haven't seen the comments. So, I guess we can just continue forward using nothing but my imagination and the power of Twitch chat. Twitch chat, give me your knowledge. Give it to me. Come on. Let's put our brain power together and let's try and figure out how this is going to go down. So, quick recap of the issue. We're trying to figure out in-game how we can basically go about solving this issue down here of really steep slopes. And the idea that I've come up with is this right here. So let's say this is 40 degrees. This right here is something like 60 degrees. I don't actually know if that's right, but we'll just stick with it. Anything above 60 degrees, right, is like, no, you can't walk up it or run up it. It's more of just like a climbing type thing, you know what I mean? But also at the same time, we'd kind of ideally like to be able to just run up this and kind of get a run up. So for all of these slopes, ideally, you could get some kind of run up and kind of like, and then just slide back down, if that makes sense. So we can do that as well. I think the first thing that I'm gonna need to do is figure out a way of telling if the slope is above a certain amount. That's probably the play, right? Because the way things are being handled right now is it's with impulse resolution. And it's a fairly decent model. And it basically says something along the lines of just gonna slowly climb up it, right? But eventually, as soon as it gets to a certain angle, it stops being cash money, right? But I feel like I kind of want to take over. Kind of as soon as it does hit that angle, then we just kind of scrap impulse resolution. I really don't know. Because it's like, how am I going to put constraints on physics like this? That's really the question that I'm trying to answer, is how do I put constraints on physics? Boys, we didn't have much time. I'm stuck inside a video saying the same thing over and over again. Hi, my name's Thomas Randall, and I'm here to tell you about the benefits of becoming a member on my website. Aside from supporting yours truly and helping to hire new team members to pump out the game more quicker and effectively, you'll also get access to all the source code for my game. Don't go stealing it now. I mean, what are you gonna do, make it for me? You'll also get access to Rando's Digital Garden, which is a second brain run in Obsidian.md. It's a long story, just pause the video if you want to learn more. You'll also get access to the Crack Den, which is a lovely little Discord community. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there. Nice. And last but not least, for the time being anyway, you'll get the randy.gg monospace font to use in your code editors. Or just wherever else you want to use it, I guess. If any of that tickles your pickle, you can actually get a free membership if you have an Amazon Prime account. Just follow the directions over at randy.gg/prime, link in the description. That'll give me a free $2.50 US per month if you keep on renewing it, all thanks to Daddy Jeff. If you don't have a Prime account though, but would still like to support me, it's $4 US per month to join up. And I'm trying to make it as worthwhile as possible every single day by growing this little community of ours and adding new stuff to it. Just type randy.gg into your browser of choice or follow the link down in the description. Boys, we didn't have much time. I'm stuck inside a video saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, fuck. Let's go into collision.c. It's definitely not named physics.c, but that probably would have been a better name for it, but that's okay. Impulse resolution. I think the way it works is it's a combination of, I don't know if friction has anything to do with it. It might. What if we remove friction? Just real quick. All right, so friction has nothing to do with the fact that, well, actually it does. Yeah, oh fuck. If you just let go, then it kind of simulates that, right? Really what determines if you go up the slope or not is if you have enough velocity, which definitely makes sense. So we could like target in those values nicely, like tune them in to be where we want, which would probably be a good solution. Like this right here. So technically, if you have enough velocity, you can sprint up the entire fucking thing. And if friction isn't too big of an issue, it's tricky. It's tricky. Impulse resolution. So The next way of doing this is through a little something I like to call scrap the entire fucking impulse resolution model and create our own kind of custom physics model that is very constraint based, which is kind of how I did it to begin with. But I think what we could do is we could take like a mix of impulse and that horrible kind of constraint based and kind of have a nice little love child between the two, you know? If it gets above a certain constraint, then that's when we kind of like step in and be like, no. Solution number 3, we have a chat to Mr. Randy and get his opinion on all of this, which I think would probably be the best idea, considering I'm a little baby. I'm a little baby when it comes to physics. So why don't we talk to the big guns, you know? Shh. Problem solved. Either way, we need to think of a way of not fucking this up, you know? Because right now it's not good. So I still think it would be a better idea to just kind of remove impulse resolution and kind of have our own version of it. But I don't really know. Can I show you how to draw a force diagram? Sure. Any speeders will overshoot the play the other side. I mean, that kind of makes sense from a physics standpoint, though. That solution would work, yeah. Rise over run. If you have the gradient, and if the gradient is too high, then, which is exactly what I just said, basically. Just have it over a certain fucking angle. And we could calculate that by just taking you could either grab like the tangent of, or just look at the fucking dot product, or whatever it is, and be like, all right, if it's over this certain amount, then we just won't apply to it. Help channel, yeah. I'm down for a little bit of explanations. So what's this idea of a force diagram?
The idea is that the D3 RPP dev, that's kind of like the simple thing, but I was just gonna, I can give you a diagram that they'd like show you in like a physics class, right? Okay. There's normal force, which is force that comes directly out of a surface. Force here, that's the force of the surface that is supporting you. If you pull this into a nice right triangle, if you have enough friction to stand on that slope, that's what you're counting. Coincidentally, this angle right here that the slope forms is the exact same angle as this right here between normal and gravity.
Solution to all this is to literally go back, comment this entire thing out, and just follow the blog post again and just understand it. And then from there, I'll actually be able to know what's going on. Because looking back at this, like, it's literally been over a year since I've touched this and I have no clue what's going on. So if I go back and just kind of implement it again and actually kind of understand things a bit better this time, then I should be able to apply or just understand the entire system a whole lot better. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm really just procrastinating starting this because, like, just look how fucking massive it is. I guess we can do just an entire overhaul of it while I'm here. Make it better. Make it more friendly and future-proof. So, first order of business. My first decree as reworker of physics engine. Get the fuck out of here. Just like that. Yay! Physics.c. Alright. Second thing second. Let's have a cheeky little overview of how all of this physics stuff actually works. If it does have physics, we apply this tag to it, physical. So we've got the physics body data in here, which is just kind of like a struct, a nice little neat little place. I really need to update this serialization system because, my god, is it impossible to make any kind of alterations on the entity without the entire thing shitting the bed and breaking. Ladies and gents, join me next time in the next session for reworking the entire physics engine for the 17th time in a row. The 17th time over a few years. To be fair, it's not really a rework, it's more of a just redoing the exact same thing to understand it better. That's more like what it is. And doing a bit of refactoring in the process to try and clean things up because it's pretty scattered at the moment. Things need to be a bit more centralized. I'll figure something out. I guess I'll just have to figure that out again. That's really my only step at the moment. But I'm not really feeling up to that because that is kind of a gargantuan task. We'll break it down there. We'll break it down. That's going to be the end of this session though. Figured out my next step. Gotta go do it. I might even go do it offline because it is pretty boring stuff. Oh, I don't know. It's not that boring. Nothing's too boring at the end of the day. I could just sit here and just do nothing for 8 minutes. Beautiful video. See you next time. Which is basically what I've done today. Alright. See you boys next time. I will catch you later, alligator. Don't forget the refrigerator. Goodbye. Dramatic fade.